In the headlines, Prime Minister Skerrit signs a budget provision making available $25 million in soft loans for agriculture and tourism growth sectors. A team to visit here soon to fast-track plans for investment in a bottled water company, and changes in management anticipated to ensure top-notch service when Dominica's new hospital becomes operational. I am Andrea Lee with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this. Thank you for staying with us. We begin with farmers and tourism property owners who are expected to rev up their preparation to access loan facilities amounting to $25 million at the Agricultural, Industrial and Development Bank.
The funds are being made available through Government Citizenship by Investment Program. An agreement was signed by the Ministry of Finance, Citizenship by Investment Unit and the Agricultural, Industrial and Development Aid Bank on Tuesday to seal the deal aimed at boosting the tourism and agriculture growth sectors. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, who's also the country's finance minister, says the funds will transfer to the aid bank on Tuesday.
This is one of the manifestations of the sustainable use of the CBI money. Because we shall have these restaurants and these hotels for a very long time. And they will make money, and they will put money in the banks, and the banks will lend to us to build our homes and to do our small businesses. The farmers, this is a sustainable use of the money by investing in agriculture, creating jobs, creating wealth in rural Dominica, allowing farmers to be able to buy their homes and to send their children to school with no difficulties.
There will be a $15 million loan facility for hotel property owners and restaurateurs to upgrade their properties, while farmers will have access to $10 million. Farmers are being advised that the special agricultural loan will not override existing subsidies and aid by government.
The funds will be accessible to help you meet your operating costs for labor, the purchase of inputs, fencing and trellises, for passion fruits, purchase of greenhouses, serenading, tillers, purchase of fresh produce for export, packaging materials, irrigation system. The sky is the limit in agriculture. This facility allows for a 6-month grace period. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries will establish a monitoring team to ensure that funds are directed in areas for maximum results based on set criteria.
Both loan facilities will be issued at a 3% interest rate.
The hotels have actually asked for also a grace period to ensure that it allows them to control their finances. So the government has also agreed to a 365-day grace period to allow persons to build and to even begin collecting revenue before they can start paying those loans. We therefore encourage all properties to begin the process of preparation so that they can approach the banks with their business plans.
In other news, potential investment in a local bottled water initiative is being brought to the fore again. Prime Minister Skerrit announced on Tuesday that a visiting team will be on island soon to advance those plans.
This week, we shall have a visit to Dominica by representatives of the investor who wishes to invest in the bottling of water and the purchase of a vessel. They will come here this week to deal with issues of location and site and engaging DOASCO on licenses and so forth, and engaging idea on concessions. And our hope after this trip, then they can settle on the investment in Dominica. That pronouncement was made in the budget address of this year.
In health now, Prime Minister Skerrit has vowed that with a top-notch hospital here, there will be some changes to make sure that the quality of service is significantly improved.
The Prime Minister told Monday's groundbreaking ceremony he has pledged not to leave office without delivering a modern state-of-the-art hospital for the benefit of all Dominicans.
The physical structure will be there, and it will be equipped with some of the finest and most technologically advanced equipment money can buy. It shall also be staffed with some of the most competent and caring health professionals in the region. We also have to ensure that the service that we deliver to patients at the hospital will be top-notch. In that regard, the management structure of the hospital will be reviewed. There will be widespread training in customer service. We will ensure that the relevant laws are updated and that the protocols on patient care are developed and implemented. We want the experience of everyone who visits the hospital to be a pleasant one.
Mr. Skerritt says when he promised to take Dominica to the next level, the construction of a new national hospital was one of the initiatives he was making reference to. At Monday's groundbreaking ceremony, he promised additional services to complement the new hospital.
It is my hope and determination to ensure that, complementary to the construction of his new facility, will be an upgrade of our national ambulatory services, whereby there will be a full complement of ambulances which will be strategically located around the island, taking into consideration current and projected residential patterns. In other words, we would want to ensure that ambulance services are available on a timely basis to people living in every corner of the island, guaranteeing minimum response times to reaching the ill and then traversing from point of contact to the hospital. Ultimately, because of the geographical terrain of Dominica, we would want to move to and reach the stage of introducing a helicopter ambulatory service that can respond and attend to emergencies in a matter of minutes.
In related news, a significant crowd turned out on Monday to witness the groundbreaking of what will be Dominica's new hospital. Channel 5 News reporter Kenny Williams sought feedback from some of those present.
I hope that maybe we have an area for a lifting chopper.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was said today. How do you think that would help the people in the countryside, though?
Of course, that help everybody. So if we have landslides or maybe any disaster that happened, the chopper doesn't carry people from mountain to the and carry to the hospital. If anything happen or not, we have to go to accident. Nothing. That'd be very good, you know, for the whole entire island.
It will be a perfect opportunity for expecting mothers. It will be better off for them. Their delivery will be safer, and they will have to be worrying about anything, any mishaps or anything. They will just have a perfect delivery.
It's a good plan to build a new hospital because it's been there for years, and I see that the Prime Minister, he have a lot of experience. He know about the future. He willing to help the people and things. So we appreciate that, and that hospital, it will help a lot of people. There will be certain things you will be able to fly away. It will be right at hand.
Well, we just heard from the Dominican public on what they think about the plans to renovate the Princess Margaret Hospital. It's going to take about 2.5 years. You heard it first from the Dominican public. I am Kenny Williams reporting for Channel 5 News.
On to agriculture. Following the announcement of the much-talked-about abattoir being managed privately, Agriculture Minister Honorable Johnson Drago has confirmed that private sector personnel are currently showing interest.
The minister says he is extremely pleased with responses received on the proposal to run the abattoir privately. He says as time persists, the complete logistics will be presented to the nation.
Private sector personnel are showing interest. Up to today, we met a young man who came back from university, who is in the poultry business in a neighboring island, and he's from Dominica. He has expressed interest. So the private sector are already bringing in their project proposal to the ministry, and this is generating some excitement.
He confirmed that the facility will cater to both commercial and other farmers.
They will have a facility where they can access funds to expand their holding, not only for food security, but also for export to continue to bring in the much needed foreign exchange we want for Dominica.
A special needs center for the Kainago territory, sports, and your weather report. Welcome back. Students based in the country's capital are being assisted and will benefit from financial grants based on their academic performance. This initiative is conducted by Satricol Life Inc. through an awards program.
This awards program is the first time we are doing it in Dominica. It's a new initiative for us, and it's in line with our vision to support the youth of Dominica. And we have clear evidence of that already established through the Satricol Visionaries Challenge, which we host annually. And this is just an extension to our support to the youth of Dominica. This will be offered to students from primary school who are transitioning into secondary school, and also for students from the secondary school who are transitioning into college.
2 students from each transition will be awarded a specific amount respectively.
For the students transitioning from primary school, we are going to select 2 individuals, and each of these persons will be getting $500 each. For those from secondary school going into college, we'll be giving 2 individuals $1,000 each.
Mr. Hilaire says students are asked to submit copies of their common entrance results or official CXC results. Secondary school students are required to submit an essay consisting of 750 words entitled, "How will my chosen areas of study contribute to my career plans?" The company believes it has a fundamental responsibility to sustain the lives within the communities it serves.
It's in line with our vision. We are always focused on the youth of the country that we operate in, and the Satricol Visionaries Challenge is a perfect example of that. We've been doing it for several years now. It's become an annual event where we give the young people a chance to explore what they have learned in school and actually put it in practice. And we also saw that by stepping into this extra area of providing some sort of assistance for them, realize that transitioning from primary school to secondary school to college is very important in their life. So providing some sort of financial assistance to them can help them to further their education, which is very important to them.
The awards program, which will run for 3 years, will serve as rewards for good academic performance and encouragement for continued excellence. A special needs center in the Kainago territory is set to reap the benefits of an $11,000 project being undertaken by a service organization here. In May this year, JC Dominica began its revival process and decided to undertake a service project in the Kainago territory. Former president of the organization says JC Dominica chose this project for the impact it will have on the Kainago community.
This project speaks out, or it speaks out to humanity. And one of our creed, which is the last tenet in our creed, speaks about service to humanity is the best work of life. And this project deals with the physically challenged and mental child. And this is a very important project. So when we heard of it, after we did the evaluations of the projects, we voted that this was going to be the best project.
The renovation of the Isurukati Special Needs Center is scheduled to take place in 4 phases.
So we actually did the library section all over again, and we did a garden. We planted the seeds, so we have a nursery right now presently going on. So after the seeds are germinated, we're going to go back in there to transplant the seeds for the garden. And we have also did the other phase of it is the playground and a bus stand.
Collier says that though the group is focusing on the Special Needs Center first, JCI Dominica has several more in the pipeline as it redoubles its efforts at bringing positive change to the youth in Dominica.
We had a beach project, we had a preschool project, we had a cleanup project, a fundraiser project, and we look at all of those, and we looked at the one that would touch lives in the greater. Not that all of them were not good, they were good, but then this one was the one that we chose because of the fact that it impacts critical lives.
Upgrade work on the center began approximately 2 weeks ago. And a 28-year-old man from Canefield has fallen into the good fortune of $115,000. Clint Peters is the second winner this year of the Super 6 draw in Dominica. Peters says his immediate plans for the money will serve to benefit his family.
I'm greatly happy, I don't know. I'm so excited, I don't know what to say anymore. I haven't any plan yet, but by the grace of God, hopefully I will build a house for my family and the future of my daughter.
The general public is being encouraged to play the games of the Dominican National Lottery, as this is a way of contributing to society.
We, for the course of the year, have been supporting various activities in Dominica, such as we just invested over $15,000 to the Pishney Basketball Hard Court. We are involved in the lighting of the Mao Gullet River in the Kalinago territory, a very big project. Towards education, we at the National Lottery has given the Education Trust Fund some $5,000 to ensure that they can assist the students to enter school, and we recently assisted in the inter-school games that took place in Grenada. These assistance and many more all are possible by you, the public, supporting our games.
This is the second time in 2 months that a Dominican has won the Super 6 draw. The initial amount of the winning was $230,000. However, a player in St. Vincent also won the draw, hence the money had to be split in two. That's news. Your sports highlights next with Kenny Williams.
First up in sports. On the football scene, soccer athletes here could be one step closer to benefiting from insurance thanks to the efforts of the local football governing body. This according to Dominica Football Association President Glenn Etienne.
The question of providing insurance for players is close to reality. The DFA is currently engaged in discussion with an insurance company so as to provide seasonal insurance for players in all leagues and competition played under the auspices of the Dominica Football Association. With this plan, each player will be required to make a one-time contribution per season, while the DFA will make its contribution on behalf of each player. Let me note here that only players who are enrolled in the program will benefit. Once this program is in motion, the DFA will no longer assist players with their medical bills during the football season. This means that it is imperative that all players make their contribution. The onus is on their clubs to ensure full compliance.
Etienne says plans are in the pipeline to bolster coaching education locally.
As a means of enhancing our coaching education, the DFA is currently in discussion with the sports department of the University of the West Indies. This discussion are geared at the development of a licensed coaching program for our local coaches. The details of this proposal are not yet finalized, but it's certain that it will benefit our coaches, which means that our football stands to benefit. So it is an opportunity for all our local coaches to avail themselves to the opportunities that will come their way.
Meantime, sports coordinator Trevor Shillingford suggests local football fans show the same enthusiasm to the football product here as they would towards international ones. He says this would augur well for the sport.
Moving forward, we need to see our many football fans who are always so keen on taking to social media and other forms to show their allegiance to the various international football clubs, transfer some of that passion to our local football. Let us support our local players so that one day we will be in a position to proudly wear a Man United or Chelsea jersey with the name of one of our local stars.
Next up, President of Somerset Sports Club is calling on parents to invest in their children's upbringing by creating a healthy balance between sports and education. His comments come at the closing ceremony of the summer school graduation program, where several students benefited from information technology and sports-related presentations.
Let me appeal to the parents to pay particular attention to the education of your children. They attended primary school now, but we cannot just depend on the school system alone. Wherever there are opportunities that are created like this one, for them to get involved in information technology, in sports, do not keep them back. Let them go. Provide the investment for them. You will yield more than the returns that would come out from that.
22 students graduated from the program and learned how to balance sports with schoolwork. Somerset Sports Club is 50 years old. In some more sports, all-rounder Carlos Brathwaite has officially been appointed as the new West Indies T20 captain for the 2 matches against India later this month in Florida. He succeeds Darren Sammy, who led them to capture 2 World T20 titles and was left out of the 13-man squad. In a WICB release, the chairman of selectors, Courtney Brown, noted that the name squad was selected purely on players' performances. Sammy scored 8 runs and took 1 wicket during the World T20 in India. However, Brathwaite had struck 4 consecutive sixes to win the West Indies their 2nd World T20 final this year and has played 7 ODIs, the CPL and a test against India in Antigua since then. Meantime, the squad reads Carlos Brathwaite captain, Andre Fletcher, Andre Russell, Chris Gale, Dwayne Bravo, Evan Lewis, Jason Holder, Johnson Charles, Kyron Pollard, Lendl Simmons, Marlon Samuels, Samuel Badri and Sunil Narain. Those who were left out of the squad are Darren Sammy, Suleiman Ben, Ashley Nurse, Danish Ramdin and Jerome Taylor. And in rounders, Maxroy Royal Challengers scored a mammoth 505 for 5 in action from the 2016 Giant Malt League. Angela Maglaw made 121, Jaren Vidal 117 and Esme Alexander 106 to help put their team in the lead. Later, they realized a 147-point lead against Posse Rockstars as the guest team was bowled out for 358 in 37.2 overs. Top scorers for Posse Rockstars were Antoinette Paul with 111 and Jennifer Moulon 50. The league continues on the weekend. That's all the sporting highlights for now. I am Kenny Williams. Be sure to join us tomorrow.
Your weather forecast is next.
Good evening, Dominica, and welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I'm your presenter, Marshall Alexander. We begin by taking a look at earlier infrared satellite imagery and what it showed. Multi-layered clouds across the region today due to the presence of an upper-level trough. And also, this area of convection associated with an approaching tropical wave expected to move across the area during late tomorrow into Thursday. Now, taking a look at earlier visible satellite imagery, what it showed. Patches of low-level clouds, including high-level clouds, across the area during today, and this resulted in fair to partly cloudy skies. Now, taking a look at earlier radar imagery, what it showed. The associated scattered showers across the region during today. Tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few brief scattered showers, and tomorrow's weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with a few brief scattered showers, becoming increasingly cloudy with scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms by late evening. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate in open water with waves peaking near 7 feet. For the next 3 days, beginning tomorrow Wednesday, fair to partly cloudy skies with a few brief scattered showers can be expected. However, by Wednesday evening, an increase in cloudiness, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms can be expected moving into Thursday and Friday due to the passage of a tropical wave. As a result, persons in areas prone to landslides, flooding and falling rocks are advised to be vigilant and to exercise caution. For the rest of the Caribbean tomorrow, partly cloudy skies with a few brief scattered showers can be expected across the central portion of the region, with an increasing cloudiness and scattered showers, and also possible isolated thunderstorms expected across the extreme southern portion of the region due to an approaching tropical wave. Our international cities forecast: thunderstorm activity expected in New York and Caracas, partly cloudy skies expected in Miami, London and Beijing, with some pretty warm temperatures expected in Beijing and Miami. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:49 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:32 p.m. For more information, you can call the weather hotline at 447-5555 or visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Thanks for viewing. Have a good night.
To end the news, the headlines again. Prime Minister Skerrit signs a budget provision making available $25 million in soft loans for agriculture and tourism growth sectors. a team to visit here soon to fast-track plans for investment in bottled water company. And changes in management anticipated to ensure top-notch service when Dominica's new hospital becomes operational. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Andrea Lee, and to all our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.